Hi guys. Okay, the much anticipated video of trackers. Now I'm going to briefly touch on them. I'm in a cafe, so sorry about the music, but I just wanted to firstly, it's vitally important that parents understand that children go missing every single day around the world. There's an estimated 8 million children go missing around the world. This is nothing new. Cases like Chloe, who's gone missing in Western Australia mysteriously, and I won't touch on it because I don't know facts or anything, but it is suspicious. There's something wrong with it. That's my opinion, but let's see how it plays out, and I pray that Chloe's still safe and well somewhere. But trackers are an absolute vital tool that you can use as a parent to keep your kids safe. There's nothing more scary than going to the shops or something with your kids and you lose sight of them for 2 or 3 seconds. And I'm sure every single parent has been through that brief few seconds of their kids disappearing. So what can you do? Trackers are an awesome tool that you can use, and they're so basic that they're so basic, and a lot of them are cheap too, that there's no need to come up with excuses not to have one. I mean, I think every household who has kids should have a tracker. There's so many different variations, there's so many different options. I did post about the key features, an SOS alarm. Geofencing is really important, and absolutely we use it a lot, the geofencing, so you can actually set a perimeter around either your house or the school, so you can get a notification when your kids actually go to school and when they're actually leaving school, or same for the house or any other location. So the other crucial thing is for tracking is the battery life. You need to keep the battery charged. Now, some of the kids options of trackers, they're really good, but you just got to keep charging them. Now, there's different variations, there's different quality. I think you can't go wrong as long as you keep to those key features. Play with them, have a play around with them. You can use them on your car, you can use them in, for your pets. You can use them for absolutely anything. You just got to think outside the box. And it's the same when you place the trackers too. You don't have to hang them off their forehead with the word tracker on them. You can be very discreet. You can sew small, you can get really small trackers. Obviously the smaller the trackers, the less battery life. So just remember that as well. But listen, if you keep on top of the battery, these watches and stuff like that, tags and stuff, they're so good. They're so good, and we use them, and I can recommend them because countless of times in missing person cases and cases where parents are worried that their kids go missing, and they do, either by a kidnapping or something missing, trackers are so quick to find the kids. So my advice is to get some, play around with them, test them. Maybe one is not adequate for you. Maybe you don't like the options in something, so just buy another one. But I think you should definitely have one, and I have no doubt whatsoever, if Chloe and all these missing children around the world had trackers, there wouldn't be 8 million missing kids. So you are going to get skeptics. You are going to get people say that trackers can be hacked through the system of the server and all this. Okay, well, anything can be hacked, but there's absolutely no reason why a predator is going to, try and hack a tracking system. It's just nonsense. Why? Let's look at it in a realistic form. Why would a predator? The kids are not hiding. With trackers, they're not hiding. Predators can find kids in anywhere, so that's just nonsense. I think somebody with an agenda against trackers came out with some articles and said they weren't good and they were scary, and well, I can tell you from my experience and my team's experience, they are absolutely valuable. They're gold, and get some, play around, test them. They're just great. So I'm not going to recommend specific ones because I'm not here to advertise. I don't advertise for specific brands. I'm clearly giving you this tool option that you can take or you don't have to take, but I can guarantee you now, if Chloe had a tracker, she would have been found in the first minutes, you know, when it was noticed she was missing. And okay, people say, but trackers can be taken off. Yes, they absolutely can, but you know, dealing with sex offenders and dealing with kidnappers, a lot of kidnappers, they don't go up. Let's take Chloe's case as an example. Let's say it is a stranger. Let's just say it is, for the purpose of this example. They go in. You know, do you think for a second that whoever's taken Chloe, if somebody has taken Chloe, is going to stop and search her and strip her naked and stuff like this? Now, some gangs in South America have been known to remove clothes, etc., as soon as possible. But what it does, the tracker has a memory. So let's just say Chloe was taken. The person or people or whoever took Chloe from that tent is not immediately going to strip her naked and take everything off and, oh, that looks like a tracker, and they don't think like that. I know what some people say, that, you know, you can throw things off, and you can. But what the tracker does has a memory, so a history memory. So you can trace whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour after the child's taken. Even if then the tracker is discarded and thrown away, you will have absolutely concrete evidence of where the child has gone, and you will have a lead. The police have nothing. What is the police going on right now? They have nothing. So with a tracker, at least, even if they threw it away, eventually you will have something to go on. Now, whether that's somewhere they've hidden Chloe, or, you know, worst case scenario, try to hide a deceased body, who knows? But you will have an area to search or a way of starting the investigation. Unfortunately, a lot of police investigations in missing persons cases, more so adults than children, they're very reluctant to start anything, you know, up to 48 hours, 72 hours sometimes for adults. Children are a little bit different, but they don't act quick enough. And this is where a tracker can help. It can absolutely give police vital information, absolute vital information. Instead of searching around, you know, a day or two around the campsite, if you had a tracker that Chloe had, and the people who took her, as an example, you know, took her 5 kilometers and then threw away the tracker, at least then you know we're not going to waste our time searching the grounds about the campsite, because you know you have a concrete evidence showing that she was taken at least 5 kilometers away as per the tracker. So I'll argue all day that there's so many pros for having a tracker with your children. Please take child safety seriously. When you have a kid, the day the child's born, it's your responsibility to keep that child safe. And if you have tools like a tracker, then you're pretty stupid not to take those tools to your advantage, you know. So people have their cars tracked now, you know, expensive trackers for your cars. What's more important, a car or your child? Thanks for all your messages. I'm still going to get through them, and I still will answer some of them as best I can with the trackers, but go out and do your own research. You can't go wrong if you keep those features. Okay, some trackers have a lot of features you just really don't need. GPS, it works very simple. The device goes up, you can monitor it from anywhere in the world where that tracker is. Very simple. GPS goes up to the satellite, comes back down and pings pings exactly where the trackers are. So do your research, get some, and keep your kids safe, guys. And thanks for all your support. And let's pray one more time for Chloe, that she's returned and she's safe and well. Take care, guys.